Well, this week, we are exploring vacant, sometimes rundown sites in our series, Tennessee's Abandoned Places. And our final stop is a dorm at the former Eastern State Hospital farm. Here's Leslie Ackerson and Elizabeth Sims with an up-close look.
Along the winding Holston River is a serene spot where cattle roam. But this picturesque farm has an odd history. It was once the Eastern State Hospital, home to mental health patients. Living in this large dormitory, they worked on the dairy farm until the facility closed in the late 60s and the property deeded to the University of Tennessee. Today, the green fields are used for agricultural research. But a look through the broken windows of the former dorm reveals empty living quarters, unused for decades. The brick building hasn't collapsed despite a caved-in roof. Flaking paint and rust cover the doors and windows as vines claim as far as they can reach, their hold growing thick with time. It's a slowly decaying reminder of the once active farm.
And there are currently no plans to use or renovate the building anytime soon. UT will continue using the grounds for agricultural research.